always, when I was a kid, I always had the concept of infinity in my mind. Somehow this concept of infinity always came to me, like unlimited, unlimited. And obviously, getting older and learning from Nachman's teachings, getting connected to this light of Ein Sof, connected to this infinite light within it. It just has to be developed and it has to be revealed. And I think the difference between one person and the other, reason why you have to work on yourself is not because it's a burden on you. Like many people say, oh, I can't deal with this. I'm working on myself. It's such a burden. No, you have to do it because you have to let that light shine into the world. That means the more you let go of yourself, the more your light comes into the world. So that again, we're looking at things the wrong way. We're looking at it as a burden. But the whole purpose is your soul has to shine to the world. It's exactly what you're here for. You have to shine the godliness inside to the world. And if that's the mission statement, then I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do to try to get there. If my past is getting in the way, the way we deal with the past is through faith. If the future is getting in the way because I'm a complete control, then I have to start invoking trust. And then little by little, you'll see people develop themselves by getting their genuine piece of their creator inside of them. And then he wants you to win. Our creator wants us to win. Our creator wants us to succeed. But obviously, there's work to be done because obviously getting it too easy would obviously be detrimental to us.
I think that's a really subtle point that you just brought up. It's so important because I think when we grow up, even in the psychology world, that I was a mental health therapist and a substance abuse counselor, we try to build confidence by telling you that you really are good, even though you don't think you're good. And when you go get psychology and help books and all of these things, but you see that in the end, there's something limiting about it. The person himself never actually grabs hold and owns that confidence. And Chassidus comes and does a complete flip and says, the reason why you don't believe in yourself? Because you're focusing so much on yourself. And that the real way to self-confidence is confidence in Hashem. We know that the Baal Shem Tov have a very famous idea, which is amazing. That is that everything on its own is fallen. The way in which you make something beautiful and lift it up is by connecting it to Hashem. So let's say on a practical level, I love something. I love steak. Okay, love of steak is good. But ultimately, if you love steak too much, so then the steak becomes your greatest enemy.
Right.
Because it's a physical entity. What happens if you love Hashem? Now you're going to love the piece of Hashem and everything else. And now you're going to acquire this universal love, which is good for you and good for everyone else. Same thing goes for fear. If you fear people, places, and things, that's the cause of an anxiety disorder. But if you have awe of Hashem, then the Zohar says in the place of awe, you have peace. So you have a completely different experience. Same thing with confidence, that the sphere of Netzach, of the 10 sphirot, this is the sphere of confidence. When you have confidence in yourself, that sphere is broken. It's a sphere at the kelim, shattering of the vessels. But when you believe in Hashem, now all of a sudden you can actually believe in yourself. So it's a very, very important point.
Right.